Hi, my name's Yasmin and I'm the DM.
Hi, my name is Samantha. I play Elora Greyvale and she is a sorceress from the province of Nephalia.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I play Ogvar Shawfort, the goat-herding, mushroom-seeking ranger from Kessig.
Hi, I'm Rick, and I play Otto, a spring sage from Hanweir sworn to the land, wandering the plain and setting wrongs to right with his ursine companion, Bojo.
As the hubbub in town began to tone down and the townsfolk dispersed, the melancholy of the momentous change for so many souls stuck in the craw for our companions. With Otto, Esther, Kaif and the miners leaving for the mine, the rest of the team remained, tasking themselves with other things of significant importance. With Genric and Eric fulfilling a full-time nursing role, Elora pursued a parley with Paul back on board the ship, whilst Ogvar busied himself with a spot of book study before manhunting mushrooms of urban origins. Elora ventured into Abyssinian territory as the Holy House somehow beckoned to her. The impromptu visit was welcomed as the young priestess presented herself and an emotional exchange passed between Lena and Elora. Some while later, after a bumper haul of fungi had been found, Ogvar sought out the sorceress, who accompanied him back to the church to meet Lena, whilst Elora felt compelled to slip a significant donation into the church coffers. Episode 196, Huntin for Buntin.
Cool. So, starting off, top of the round. And we will have, you are aware that there is something there, so this will not be against your flat-footed AC Rick.
That's nice.
A 13 to hit you.
13. As a troll, my AC is slightly higher than that, which I'm quite grateful for.
Yep, I fully expected that. You see a tendril of what appears to be mist detach itself from this cloying cloud in the ceiling and swipe down towards you. However, it doesn't make any impact. You're able to dodge out of the way, and it doesn't strike. You're up next.
So, Kendran from the ceiling, is it within reach of a troll?
What is your reach? Is it 10 foot?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay, well, assuming you're a medium-sized creature, you're probably going to be, large creature?
Yeah, trolls are a bit bigger, yeah, they're
You're
large.
probably going to be in the range of 10 foot yourself, so 20 foot reach towards the ceiling. Yes, you're going to be in reach.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, in which case, it's time to go, if it's in reach, just time to start clawing straight at this thing. I don't want it hurting Kaif, or indeed myself anymore, so Otto's going to leap into action, as it were. I'm going to start by clawing twice. That's an 18 on the dice, plus 14. That would be a 32.
Okay, so a 32 will hit, but can you please roll me a 50% chance to miss as it is concealed?
I was afraid of that. Okay, no worries. So if I say, do you want to say high or low, or do you want me to roll?
I'll say high, seeing as it's up in the ceiling.
I got an 11.
Which is high. Yep, you hit.
Okay, so let's have a piece of it. That's a d6 plus 6 leading to 7 damage in total. Sorry?
7
8
damage.
damage. Yeah. No, sorry, it's 7 levels. My apologies. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah,
Any
sure.
more offers?
Yeah,
Any other
I didn't
numbers?
think to put my my usual spells up for the day, so I don't have that. Okay, so so the next attack would generate a 9. It's actually plus 13, so 22.
You don't even need to roll.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm liking this. This feels good.
You rake your claws through the ceiling, through this cavity. Your claws slicing through the eddying smoke and vapours, and you feel something catch and tear, slicing through very easily like a hot knife through butter. Once, then twice, and what falls from the ceiling, landing with a wet splat on the floor in front of you,
Black,
is
maybe?
some form of jelly-like amorphous creature. And as you watch, coils and tendrils of smoke almost billow off of it, and you feel kind of quite woozy as you stand there watching it, as it almost evaporates and disappears into wisps.
I shall look back at Kate and see if he's okay.
Kaif looks none the wiser, really. He's seen you take two swipes at the ceiling, something's fallen down. He's like, crikey, what is that?
I don't know, but well, whatever it was is not there anymore, and as if to illustrate the point, he'll stomp his foot down where this thing lay and just grind whatever is left into the dust, if there's anything left at all.
Yeah, you get this very strange effect. You stomp down and you expect to feel kind of perhaps jelly-like, or at least hear a wet squelch or a splatter, but it literally dissolves into mist, and from where your foot kind of impacts, it's like a big of like rolling mist as it kind of seeps out and rolls towards the edges of the room as it dissipates.
Well, that's one less thing. That said, okay, if you stand back and I'll go through and just make sure there's no more of these things around.
Okay, so you proceed to clear through. So you've already been up to the top floor of the mine, you came back down through this small squarish room. You head into the room where the prisoners were held. You take a general stomp around, and there's nothing else you can find which attempts to bite you, slash at you, or provoke you.
That's good. Davy's back in the mine if I need provoking, so on the way back through, I'll grab Kaif again, making sure he's okay, and then we'll just stomp back and kind of, I would say supervise, but no, Otto's a bit more hands-on than that. He'll make sure everyone's doing things they need to be doing, and make sure if anyone's kind of being a bit lax, even if it is just because of, you know, they're a little bit tired, he's going to try and encourage them to get a move on, because it's going to take some time, and the sooner it's out of the way, the better it is.
Yeah, sure. By the time you make your way back downstairs, you'd left the miners on the bottom floor, and you can see they've almost kind of split themselves into a couple of work groups. They haven't gone all the way through to the base of the ramp up to the second floor, but you have 3 groups. One group is in the room where these bars have been set up with cages. You can see they are shoveling and forking straw out into barrows, moving waste out. A couple of them are actually starting to saw at the bars and start removing the bars. Going through into the room where you had these weird hounds which were acidic in nature. There were a little bit of remains around, not a lot because most of it fizzled away into acid, but you can see they are, you know, someone's got a bucket of water and they're washing down and scrubbing down with a broom that has seen very much better days. Just kind of cleaning up the detritus there. And in the very first room, the first chamber where you had the minecart which did a runner, you can see that they've picked up the planks and they're stacking the planks outside, and they're forming a very nice refuse pile outside, splitting it via biological matter and other kinds of wood and compostable matter and anything else, and they're just having a general tidy up. You can see they've righted the upturned carts which were outside the mine, Evan's there. He's doing some of the back-breaking work, restacking some of this silver ore which was upended back into the carts, and they're making in general good progress. Could you please make me a... I would like you to make me a... Actually, no, I'm not going to ask you to make a check because this is fairly obvious. As you look around, you can see that these 15 or so miners that you've got, they're all working hard. They're all engaging, they're talking. At the moment, this isn't too horrific for them. They are picking up bits of like monster and bits of human waste, and there is a bit of kind of general, oh, that's disgusting kind of thing, or what the hell was that? What was in here? But there's not too much. They're in generally very good spirits. This is seeming at the moment like quite easy work to just clear up the place and start getting things back to its proper order. There is, however, one person who is distinctly not pulling their weight, and that is very easy for you to see. Where others are picking up bits and bobs and moving it to the side of the room, he's kicking a lump of ore and kicking it across the room with a foot, hands in pockets.
Would I be right in guessing this might be Davy? Is there a chance?
You would be completely correct.
Okay, all right. So I think after giving him a little bit of time to maybe try and step up, as it were, I think Otto will maybe start working next to him and making sure that he picks up some fairly heavy things, as trolls can, and passing them directly to Davy to move on. To try and encourage him a little bit, and if that doesn't help very much, then he might need to do a bit more, like glaring at him a little bit, maybe, or just. I think probably not. I think actually Otto will take a slightly more gentle approach. He'll try and talk him through actions one step at a time, just so that everyone else can hear that Davy's been encouraged. I think it's scary enough as a troll. It doesn't need to be intimidating. I don't want him to go home and have to change his trousers again.
Can you make me a diplomacy check, please?
That I can do.
He'd probably pack 2 spare pairs.
So that's a 7 on the dice. So diplomacy plus 16, 23.
23, nice. Yeah, you're doing a very good job. You are garnering a lot of support from the other miners. They obviously. You're not stood there supervising them, you're actually getting involved, you're helping move the heavy stuff around, and side by side comparison with Davy and yourself, it's very, very clear to everyone there who they would rather be working with. And you do see there are some resentful looks being shot towards Davy, when he kind of declares, "Oh, I'm knackered," and he sits down on a crate to take a drink and a swig out of his like a water skin, and everyone else is still going because they've only been working for half an hour. It's very clear to you that you're winning hearts and minds here.
Well, we've all had employees like that. Moving on.
That's okay. If he's tired, I can help with that just a little bit. I think I'll go over to him and ask if he needs a drink to help him wake up a little bit.
He looks at you quite sceptically. He is not going to accept anything from you.
That's okay. I didn't require that he did.
Good.
After just a little bit of side eye to make sure that everyone else is in fact watching, I shall create this refreshing drink above his head with create water.
Yeah, I expect that to happen. Yeah, he's soaked through. He starts cursing and stomping about squelchily, and he's just in a generally very, very bad mood at this point.
Davy, do you want to go home and explain to everyone why you're the only one not doing work? I thought you were a leader. I thought you were a bigger man than that. You're showing everyone how small you really are. Is there any way for you to step up to be the person that you claim to be? Or are we wasting our time here?
He doesn't even let you finish your sentence before he stomps off deeper into the mine.
Ah. well, he's going to see some fairly nasty things there, and there's no other way out that we found. So I guess I'll shoulder his part of the load, and we'll carry on without him.
You are working in these kind of first two chambers of the mine predominantly, and he's marched off in the direction of this room where there were the cages on the ground floor, clearly just trying to escape from your line of view. And you do hear him as he walks through, and you can hear the sound of rasps going. It's echoing through the mine, the sound of rasps as these bars are being cut down. But you hear him, you hear the banging of a door as he clearly stomps through the door and slams it behind him, and it rattles and bounces back as he's just throwing a tantrum.
I shall just look at the other one and just say, shame if he locked himself in, wouldn't it? And just get back to work.
Okay.
What you really need is a spectral horse to come charging down on top of him.
Well,
Oh well.
He's making a rod for his own back, isn't he? He's not going to be Mr. Popular anymore, so that's maybe he'll be encouraged to leave the town, maybe he won't, but they'll have to find their own way of dealing with him. We can't be here forever.
Okay. So we'll leave you in the mine for the moment, doing some tidy up. I think it's fairly safe to say you can work until your half-day point, till lunchtime, at which point, Esther's been busy running around chirping at people, giving everyone a pep up, and excellent job, dearie, you're doing a wonderful job handling that broom, and giving just everyone a bit of a pep up, and a bit of a, she's kind of bringing some life and some vivaciousness to this mine. And by the time lunchtime hits, you're able to go outside, where Esther has set up a moderate spread with some rations. You expect that she's probably spoken to Paul and she's hoiked some of your own rations in, which she's packed away in the bags. Simple foods like sandwiches and stuff, which for a first day will last, but as you go further in, a couple more days, you'll probably be subsisting on rations for the most part. But for now, first day, everyone kind of comes back, and Davy kind of sulks at the edges. And you're able to have a lovely lunch and take a quick break, and you can see everyone's coated in a fine sheen of silver grey dust, but they're in generally good spirits at this point, only being on the first floor of the mine.
Fantastic. Well, I think that's all we'll be doing essentially, is tidy up. Otto doesn't need to do very much apart from work alongside everyone. And obviously with... oh my god. My brain's just blanked. What's her bloody name?
Esther?
Thank you. I've got Elspeth going through my head, and it's like, that's not right. Jesus Christ. Okay, so yeah, and obviously with Esther being her usual amazing self, obviously everything else seems to be being taken care of, so we've got an easy couple of days ahead of us, I think.
Okay. And what I will say is I will periodically ask you to make diplomacy checks. Davy will continue to antagonise in any way possible, or at least hinder. So I will be asking you to regularly make those kind of diplomacy checks to kind of track morale. But at the moment, you've got really good standing with the miners, and Davy is continuously being antagonistic, and his standing is steadily dropping.
He's being Davy. It's okay.
He's being Davy, yeah.
Okay. It's just become a verb. Okay.
He's Davied it. Okay. So back in town, zooming across, both Esther and Okvar have just stepped out of the church.
Elora.
You're right, Elora and Okvar.
It's not just me.
You could make it. You could make it Elspeth if you like. I'll answer to anything.
Okay, I've got so many words I could use there. Elora and Okvar step out of the church. You emerge back into a pale grey day, and you have kind of just been agreed to helping out set up preparations for almost a festival and a send-off for the residents of the town. What would you like to do?
I think the first thing that Elora would like to do is she would like to message. I mean, it's been a few hours now, I'm assuming, because Ogvar's been off and done his mushroom hunting, and the others have left and gone for a while. I think she might like to just check that obviously her companions have reached the mine safely and everything is okay, because it would be on her mind.
Yeah, sure.
So she grab her amulet and Otto, are you there? Would he actually would it receive inside the mine or not?
Yeah, this is a magical item. It's not dependent on signal.
Fine. Okay.
Not network.
Yeah.
I just thought there may be like several feet of stone between us, and it might.
You turn your amulet over and it just shows no bars.
Network down.
Network
5G.
unavailable.
Lovely.
Please insert SIM.
You get a
you get,
character so-called Sim.
You get a ping through.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Top up required. Out of credit.
Stunning. Yeah, brilliant.
And I will retcon this, sorry, Rick. This would be like a late afternoon break you're taking. I'd forgotten you'd arrived at the mine's kind of midday time anyways. So this would be a late afternoon break you were taking.
Yeah, no worries. Elora? Yes. Yeah, I guess. Everything's mostly okay. Yeah. How are things your end?
Did he? Yeah, everything's okay here. I just wanted to make sure that you guys are. Well, I take it you're all okay. You in the mine?
Yeah, just on clear-up duty. Found one thing we missed, but I squashed that.
Oh,
Davy's being an
Missed?
arsehole, but nothing
Oh.
unexpected. We can deal with that.
I do have an idea. Oh, I do have an idea.
Okay.
It's a bastard to remember to do that, isn't it? Why don't you try maybe a different approach with Davy?
You mean hang him upside down and kick him?
I didn't end my call.
I
I'm
interrupted.
very confused. I'll
Your
try
signal
again.
drops.
I'll try again. I do have an idea. Maybe you could try a slightly different approach with Davy. By which I mean, perhaps try and remind him why you're there and the people that are missing. And, well, I remember the innkeep saying that he'd taken this demeanour since his wife had died. So he's lost someone that's very close to him and it's affected him deeply. Maybe try that as an angle? Just a thought. I did.
Did you hear it?
Oh,
Um,
I definitely did.
Well, it's a bit less direct than I'd normally do, but maybe you're right. If he comes back to get a bite to eat later, he's wandered off by himself for the moment, then yeah, maybe we'll have a little word and see if there's something we can do. And if not, I'll go back to the hang him upside down and kick him in the teeth routine.
Okay, it's just an idea. Or maybe Esther could try that approach with him if it's not your thing.
I'll try not to lose my temper with him. I've been trying since we got here. I imagine I'll still be trying on the way back, but you never know. Appreciate the thought.
Okay, right, look, I'll leave you in peace. We'll just carry on. We're preparing for some kind of celebration tonight. Well, it's a celebration for some and just like a respectful remembrance for others, I guess. Yeah, anyway, you take care, you guys, okay?
Do our best.
Right, so that's Elora's message. She's going to eyeball Ogvar and just shrug her shoulders and, well, you heard what he said.
Oh, yes.
So, Ogvar, do you think we should go and see... I mean, I need to clean myself up. My clothes are just filthy from being in that mine, so I need to clean my clothes up a bit. But do you think we should go and see Paul and see what we can rustle up food-wise on the ship to offer tonight? I don't know what supplies we've got. I know we picked up a load at... oh, God, what was the name of the place? What was the name of the place? It was the place that we stopped...
Saltstone?
No, it was the one we stopped at. No,
Hollow
the one we
Henge.
stopped at. Thank you. Yeah, I know we picked up a load of supplies at Hollow Henge, so we've got some stuff on the ship, and I can see what I can rustle up. I think I might have one or two things left in Orland that, you know, that I can offer that we got at Stagwick. But yeah, perhaps we could try the ship and then maybe go and see the barkeep or something. And something about decorations. We were going to get some. We were going to get some natural living trees and things like that. I think she was
Living
talking
wood
about.
specifically.
Living wood. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, that's okay. Let's see what's in the galley, I suppose.
How did your search go for your mushrooms? Did you do okay with that? How did that go?
Oh, yes. I found lots. I found quite a few. I've offered them as a bit of a service, to a bit of a pick me up for some people, or bring me down. It depends which way you're going, I suppose. But
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure that would have been greatly appreciated. So, yeah, Portia's book came in handy then. Do you think you'll see her again?
oh yes. I don't know. I can't quite remember where she said she was going. But was she going back to Drunel, or was she going back to somewhere else? I can't really remember, if I'm honest.
I don't know. I'll have to look in my notes.
Oh, you keep a diary, do you?
Oh, yeah, I keep a journal. Yeah, it's all in my journal, somewhere. I do try and keep up with it, but obviously I haven't written any of the latest shenanigans in there. I don't really know where to start with that lot. Yeah.
Yes, it's quite an ordeal.
Yes, it's not been attractive, has it?
No.
There is something else that I need to... There is something else that I do need to speak to Otto about. Something that occurred to me. Maybe you can contact him this time. Do you remember when we went where the dais was, where that Stavros was? When we first walked in there was she had a dripping knife, and she just, well, it looked like she'd murdered somebody, and they were lying across the dais. But I remember when the abomination fell, it fell across the dais and broke it. We never got a chance to actually look underneath it. I wonder who that person was. It might be worth contacting Otto or Esther. Probably Otto, because he was with us, and just reminding him to, you know, that there is somebody somewhere underneath that thing. We don't know who it is. It was a man.
Hey, I can do that.
Yeah, it was a man, but that's all I didn't see anything more of him. Everything just kicked off, and, well, it sounds awful, but I think it got forgotten. Things are just coming back to me a bit now, and yeah, it's all a bit shocking. But yeah, maybe that's something that you can do. It's a bit delicate, and I don't want to bother him again.
Okay, I can do that. Well, I can do that when you're talking to Paul, because, quite frankly, he gives me the willies.
Oh. But, well, yeah, it's not his fault. It's not his fault, Ogvar. I'm sure you won't hold it against him.
Oh, no, he can't help that he's dead, no.
No, and he provides some very, very good food. He's an extraordinary chef. I'd say it's a real win-win situation for us. And clearly he's happy.
Yes, he's happy enough. It's just a little bit unnerving, the whole situation, but...
Well, yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll nip back to the ship and I'll get myself cleaned up and just make sure that everything's... I'll be gone an hour or two, so maybe you could find some living wood and some flowers and things to decorate with, and then I'll give you a call when I'm done.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay then. Look after yourself. I'll see you later. If you need anything, just shout.
Okay, will do. No problem. See you later.
Okay. See you, Ogvar. Bye. And now the party is split 3 ways. Woo!
Yay, you assholes.
She loves us
God.
really.
The party won. DM nil.
Oh, don't go down that way.
So rocks fall, the ship falls, and a tree falls. Problem solved.
Otto walks out, the landscape has changed, and the world is now his oyster.
Yeah. So Elora turns, leaves Ogvar, gives him a cheery wave, and she's going to go back to the ship. Yeah, she's going to go back to the ship.
Okay. Right, okay. So, Otto, Ogvar, you're heading off into the woods in search of various natural decorations, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I would like you to make me a general search check, please.
Such check. Can I not make a survival check?
You can make a survival check, I'll allow it.
Yay! Okay. I rolled an 8 and I got a plus 15, so that's 23.
23 is very good. Okay. So being a Kessigan, you're used to these woods, these autumnal hinterlands. You're really used to navigating, you're really used to hunting, tracking, the natural environment, the kinds of plants and creatures that you would expect to be in this wood. Or in these type of woods, I should say. So for you, it is incredibly easy. You are able to spend a good couple of hours walking around. You're able to find a vast amount of living wood. Not overwhelming amounts, but just the perfect amount that you could assume would be required for the decorations. You are also able to find other bits and bobs. You're able to find really beautiful, a really beautiful array of autumnal leaves, which you imagine could be woven together to make some very nice autumnal kind of hanging decorations. You're able to find some late autumn flowers, which you can pluck, delicate sprays of whites and purples. You're able to find some thick green foliage, which you imagine would be a really nice addition to make some kind of sprays or some centerpieces. So you're able to find a decent collection of natural goods, including pine cones and other things like that, that would make, with a bit of flair and a bit of a touch, would make really nice decorations for this celebration come ceremony. And you're able to just kind of stack up. You've got Orland with you. You can start shoving stuff in Orland. He's not really appreciative of it, really, but he takes it. You know, he's been on your side the entire time. He understands that this is for a celebration or a ceremony, so he kind of toughs it out. He's like, "Oh, I can't believe you're putting those dirty things in me. You better brush the dirt off that before you put that in."
Sorry.
You get this.
I've got a
Sorry, go for it.
wipes it and blows on it.
He gives him
Oi.
No, I'm not
What?
going there.
Oi, watch it. That one's got a spider on it.
Oh, sorry, flick that off.
And you get various other comments of, "Oi, watch that stick. It nearly went to my leather. I'll fire a pine cone up your ass."
Oh dear.
He's
okay.
generally-
It'll match the broom that went up there previously.
In all, though, he's not too bad about it. He's actually fairly chill about the entire situation. And let me just make a quick roll here. Why can't I is it cocked?
If the next word's a roll initiative.
You'll be all right.
Why the hell? Hang on a second. There we go, that's better. Okay, so that's an 18. So I just rolled a quick rough check for Orland. With an 18, he's actually able to help you fairly well, in his usual insulting manner. Oi, dipshit, you missed a flower over there. You know, haven't you got eyes? Can't you see? It's right in front of your bloody nose. I can see it, and I haven't even got eyes. So
Yeah, that Ogvar sort of waves his hand in front of Orland to see if like anything happens.
wave it close and I'll bite it.
Ogvar just looks at his hand and thinks like, "Oh, does he do that?"
So Orland is able to help you in actually gathering some of these materials in his usual abrasive manner. You walk past a couple of things and you actually see one of his little bag straps kind of shoot out and grab hold of it, pulling things free. And in one case he shoots out and he misses slightly. He actually manages to pull a bunch of bark off a tree. And could you please make me a wisdom check with that?
Yep, no worries. That's going to be a 19 with a +1 for a 20, please.
20, very good. You see out of the corner of your eye his strap flicks out to go and grab something, a sprig of flower that's actually growing partway up a tree itself. And the bark is clearly quite loose. You can see on the floor that there's almost like big chunks of almost like paper / laminate kind of bark, which have kind of sloughed off the trunk of this tree. It's that kind of silvery colour. You see, I think it's birches, which in particular, large chunks of that kind of bark peel off. And you see as he kind of shoots out a tendril to grab hold of this flower, and he misses. His bag strap, the kind of the arrow-shaped end of this bag strap, slaps with a loud crack against the bark of the tree. And as it retracts, as you are continuously moving forwards, it appears to almost stick and pull the bark off the tree. The bark actually sticking to the bag strap and hanging for a second or two before it drops to the floor.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Were you okay there, Roland? You got a bit stuck to the tree there.
Well, you missed the fucking flower, didn't you?
Ogvar will sigh and walk back and grab said flower, and at the same time, so we'll just bend down and pick up the bit of bark that's fallen on the floor as well, sort of just to inspect
Yeah,
it.
can you make me an investigation? Investigation? Is that a check on there, or is that 5e?
Search, really?
I think investigation's 5e, isn't it?
You might make me a survival check. I think survival would fit better here. Investigation would be the best option, but I
Okay.
think survival's going to be better than search here.
You've got knowledge nature.
Knowledge nature will do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or survival, whichever one you want to use.
Okay, well I rolled a 3.
Okay.
So if I add, so we'll go for the knowledge nature, which is the lesser of the two, but it is at 12 to that, so it's going to be a +15.
Okay, 15. You pick up the bark, and there's a moment where your hand almost sticks on it, and you think, oh, it's got some sap on it, and then you look again, and there's no sap on this, but there is a sticky residue upon this bark. On the outside of this bark, I should say, not on the inner curve, the outside, where his backstrap had struck.
As long as it sticks to his hand, he sort of waves his hand about and it hopefully comes off. That's a little unusual, don't you think, Orland? He walks over to the tree and sort of like pokes the tree to see if all the trees are the same.
No. So you poke the tree. There is no stickiness on the outside of this bark. This appears to be, this tree in particular is one that almost sheds its bark, and you can see some bits of sap on the underlayers, but you imagine that to actually get that sap out, you would have to harm the tree in some manner to almost make it weep. The outside of this tree is, the bark is smooth, it's slippery, it's shiny. There's nothing sticky on it.
Okay. So Fossil looks at the bit of bark and then looks at the tree. And so can't really make sense of what's going on there. So he just offers a bit of bark back up to the tree to see if it sticks itself back on.
You offer the bark to the tree. You place it just so. You take your hands off, you step away. You hold your breath for 1 moment, 2, and then it falls off the tree.
It's all bark and no bite. Okay, don't look at me like that, guys.
Oh, you couldn't make that one stick, could you?
No, it was a proper shakedown. Oh, leave
Tremendous.
it out. Well, you carry on rooting about.
You've definitely barked up the wrong tree there.
Is it wrong that I'm not joining in with this?
Branching out?
Yes.
You look like you're in a different type of pain there, Rick.
Yes, I feel it.
I'm looking at his face, and it definitely looks like he's feeling it.
Yeah, it's when I come up with something like it's rooted deep within, and it feels like a weak
Yes.
effort.
Yeah.
Really
Oh,
branching
God.
out with that one there, Rick.
I've done that one.
Have you?
Yeah,
Yours
I
didn't
have.
as
Yeah,
much
you've
impact.
You better believe it.
No,
Yeah.
you've twigged it now. It's twigged it now, hasn't it?
I will try and step up next time.
The delivery was quite wooden, I'll give it that.
Oh,
Can you
God.
fire a deer? I mean, can you
No,
do the
but
whole
you can
box
give it-
full?
you could give her the axe or the chop, couldn't you? I suppose.
That fell flat.
Yeah. It's really sapping my energy.
Oh, good God, no! Let's stop it. Can we go back to giving Sarah psychic damage again, please?
Sure, you can take a d6 of it, Rick.
It seems fair. I guess they were bad.
Oh, God.
Moving on.
Yes.
Being picked
Um,
on.
You're a real weeping willow there, Rick.
Right.
No. Yes, I know where you live. That's not good, right?
Okay.
That's it.
So, with the bark falling down on the floor, on far sort of picks it up again, I suppose, and you've seen anything like this before, Holland? Why is it sticky?
That's what they all say.
Oh, it's going to be one of those nights, isn't it?
Ogvar takes a step back and sort of looks up at the tree, and does it look particularly odd or off in any way, the tree?
No.
It look like it's got any sort of like disease?
No. You look up at this tree and it is a perfectly normal bog standard Kessig tree. You've seen these trees before, you know that they don't produce any kind of special sap beyond the normal sap that trees produce. And I would say, I'm not going to ask you to make a check here because with your background, having spent time in the Kessig woods and time on the outdoors, this isn't going to be something that's a hard stretch for you to reach for. You don't know why this particular patch, and I will say it's not the entirety of this section of bark on the outside that is sticky, it is simply the area that Ornan touched. with his bag strap.
Okay. May I borrow your strap a moment, Orland? He's just going to sort of just get the. It's not the tassel, is it? What's it called at the end?
Okay.
It's just the strap, isn't it?
It's just the.
Yeah, it's not the. Is it the metal end? Is it that's touched it? though?
So what it is the way that I picture Orland in my head. He's like a messenger bag style, and he's got 2 long leather straps which have all the eyelets in, which would have buckles go through. But as Orland is Orland and he opens his top up himself, the buckles don't really thread through. His like this big leather tongue just flaps over the top, and the straps dangle down low. And it's one of these two straps. They're relatively long, and they are just it's like a belt basically, but not the buckle end, the long kind of tongue end with the arrowhead shape.
Yeah. So you said it's the arrow-headed shape. Is that metal or is that
It's
leather?
just leather. It's cut, cured, and treated
Oh,
leather.
okay.
Beveled edge.
I assumed it was metal.
No,
Okay.
this is just a pure leather strap.
So what I want to do is I just want to well, either Alvar can do it himself or Orland can do it because he's got his own arms, whatever they are. I don't know.
Equatable.
Straps. Yeah. So, sort of just hold him to the tree. Touch it again.
Don't want to. Why don't you touch yourself? But not in that way. I don't want to see it.
I'm not made of leather and you are, so why don't you just give it a little poke?
This is getting worse.
There is a distinct pause as you just imagine Orland is just what at that point. You see a leather strap reach up and poke the tree. There, happy now?
It's giving it a good thumbing. Sorry, you gotta get movie quotes in there when you can, right?
So I'm actually sort of holding Orland up at head height, so he can't actually see what's going on. So he sort of looks, still holding Orland up. He looks round Orland to see what's going on with the bark and see if the same thing's happened again.
Simber in the bag.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, you look at where Orland's poked the tree, and he literally has just poked it. There's no sticky residue.
Oh, I'm quite confused at what's happened there. And then it was just one more before we and then we will get back to finding the bits and pieces for this evening. And just lower him down to where it was before we go. Poke it there, and sort of just point. So it's just like where it was before, where it was sticky before.
So what I will say is, are you holding up a specific piece of bark, or are you just pointing at the tree where the bark was?
Yeah, where the bark was, but like next door to it.
Orland reaches out, pokes, slaps the tree. You hear the click of leather on the bark or on the trunk, and he's like, "You happy now?"
I think so.
It's not sticky, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Stogval just perplexed to a certain extent. He just looks at the bare bit of, I assume it's just bare wood and then just sort of just knocks at it, just gives it a bit of a knock, and then I think if nothing else happens, he just sort of dismiss it and go about his
Sure.
whatever normal is.
I will ask you to make me one final knowledge nature check.
Okay. Knowledge nature. So knowledge nature with a what was it on? I rolled an 11 with a 12 for a 23.
Okay.
Yeah, 23.
Okay, with a roll like that,
That's
what
better.
I will say is the kind of final parting thought. there is nothing odd about this tree. There is nothing wrong about this tree. It is just a bog standard Kessig tree. The only thing odd or external in this environment to you is Orland himself. And I will say that's the only thing that you can think of as you look around. You look at the trees around you. You know, oh, that's tree type A, that's tree type B, that's tree type C. You know, all the mushroom over there. It's all just standard woods. There's nothing unique about this. You know, this little area of woods you're stood in. There is nothing unique about this woods. The only odd thing, the only external thing which doesn't really belong in this wood, other than yourself, really, is Orland.
Okay. So that you sort of go. It all looks as it should. Are you okay, Orland? And you just sort of like, I don't know how to say this without, because it's not going to go down well whichever way I say. Just going to grab hold of his strap, fondle his strap, whatever you want.
Oh my god.
Whatever I say is not going to be right, so I'm just going to go for the worst one I could have thought of. So.
Oh my god. You grab Orland's strap.
Fondle.
You fondle it. And yeah, there's nothing particularly unique about it. Have you ever seen that really old vine of the woman on the bus when the guy puts his hand over her hand and she just kind of flips it away and stares at him? Have you ever seen that, any of you?
No.
No.
Damn it, I'm going to have to find it now. It's kind of like that, and I'm going to have to find it now because it is the perfect reaction. I'm going to have to look for this, so if you want to take a 5-minute break, because this is the perfect way to describe what happens next.
Is this a case of us being too young or too old?
I'm going to go
really
with
like the
too
reference.
old.
We're all too old. Well, there you go.
There are times where I'm okay with that.
As Otto and Kaif ran afoul of a vicious vapour clinging to the cavern roof, far below, the men set about clearing the caverns of their unsavoury remains, both human and otherwise. Whilst messaging her currently out-of-town companions, Elora's conversation with her druidic friend had conveyed that Davy's demeanour was on a serious downhill slide, as he had now segregated himself from those around him. However, back at Gatstaff, the real intrigue was with Ogvar and Orland's foray into the forest on the hunt for living wood and floral tributes. In true impromptu style, a somewhat sticky situation presented itself, proving that things are never quite as they seem. Having been berated by his bag companion, he was left pondering amongst the pines about both weird things just brought to bear, whilst the satchel had seemingly shrugged them off. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week for episode 197.